people don't know that. And the majority of people do waive their Miranda rights. Okay, so I just used the word waive, and by that I mean they agree to talk to the police, okay? That's what the waiver is, but it is not a permanent waiver. You can say, the police can say, what's your name? You can say, my name is, Joe Schmo, and then you can say, you know what, I'm done talking to you. And the police can't say you have to keep talking to us because you waived your rights, all right? But people don't know that. And the vast majority of people do waive their Miranda rights because the vast majority of people think that if they just explain it, okay, the police officer will get it and they'll leave them alone. And that is not how it works. So, and police officers they're trained interrogators and they're trained, and again, this is the government, the long arm of the government, doing its job as general citizenry wants it to do its job. But one of the rights being you have the right to an attorney. So what a judge will do at that initial arraignment, initial appearance, is the judge will question, and this varies from courthouse to courthouse. So what is your response on the telephone? Your response is, let's assume it's a wife calling, my husband is in jail, he was arrested 6 hours ago, I don't know what to do. Your response will be, ma'am, he's going to see a judge at some point fairly soon. And there will be somebody there. There will be an attorney there that he'll be able to talk to in the courtroom, right? That's, apart from that, we don't give advice, but I mean, what you're doing essentially is stating a fact. And the judge will then make a decision when the person appears. The judge will ask, sometimes it's a written inquiry, sometimes it's verbal inquiry, sometimes it's detailed, sometimes it's not, it all depends. But the judge will ask, or somebody will ask, do you have a job? Do you have a place to live? Who do you live with? Because that can be crucial, because if they're accused of domestic abuse, they no longer have a place to live. And then a quick determination will be made whether you can afford a lawyer or not. Now, sometimes those determinations are wrong. And if the determination is wrong and somebody goes out and searches for a lawyer, because let's assume they're released on their own recognizance, judge says, you don't have to post bond, but you have to come back to court. Everybody who gets arrested, for the most part, has to come back to court. And they get a promise to appear. They get a document that says, here's your next court date, you better show up, which is pretty darn important. Because if they don't show up, then they're subject to being arrested for failing to show up.